Good morning, guys. Well, injury prevention and player safety has been a hot topic in the NFL for some time now, but also the way the players have been managing that pain if and when they are injured has also been a hot topic. On Wednesday, several ex-NFL players used the Super Bowl as a platform to promote one method in particular that's been very controversial.
Marijuana is not a drug. It's a medicinal herb. Drugs happen only when man puts their hands on it.
That was the message of former NFL quarterback and two-time Super Bowl champion Jim McMahon Wednesday night at a cannabis convention held at the Revention Music Center in Houston. McMahon, who was open about his struggles with opiate addiction during and after his NFL career, and several other ex-NFL players shared their stories about how marijuana saved their lives.
I went through a real bad depression and laid down the railroad tracks and tried to commit suicide myself. So it was just by the grace of God that I got help and found cannabis as well.
Constant thoughts of suicide, depression, and rage, and all these things that were neurologically disrupting my life. And I can't say enough about making that transition from taking I don't take an aspirin to this day, and Aleve, Advil, nothing. I have a strict cannabis regimen that I use.
Marijuana is currently on the list of substances banned by the NFL. McMahon's mission is to remove the stigma related to cannabis and promote its benefits not only for current and former NFL players, but for the general public.
It's proven to help millions of people. There's no side effects other than you might get a little hungry. It's never killed anybody.
And what an ideal time to spread this message in a city where the spotlight is shining.
We felt that this element here in Super Bowl in Texas was the perfect timing on behalf of showcasing what these things do for the athletes.
So although marijuana is on the banned substance list, the disciplinary procedures for when players are caught using are actually a lot less strict than any other drug on the list, but I don't think the players will be satisfied until it is off the banned substance list, guys.
Kevaney, we hear so much about how players in the NFL currently are even taking marijuana, although it's not proven until they're tested, of course. But you talked to big names there, Jim McMahon, Kyle Turley. These are big names in the NFL. What are you hearing about those guys talking to Roger Goodell and maybe even the Players Union to get this into a system where they could use it effectively?
Well, that's the thing. They are trying to get as big of names as possible to promote this. Like you mentioned, Jim McMahon, Kyle Turley, all these names people know, and you heard their stories and how cannabis, as they all said, saved their lives. So it's very potent, it's a very hot topic, and I think that if they get more and more players, the bigger the names, the more the NFL might be apt to listen. For now, reporting in Houston, back to you guys in the studio.